All right, everybody. I am sitting here with Stacey Franklin from Pinnacle Estate Properties in Encino. What's going on?
Good morning, John Laforme.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You remembered my name.
I did.
That's
I do.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, you and I have been working on some properties together for a couple of years now.
We go way back.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
And today I want to go over, well, first of all, I got to ask you, what's up with all these awards I keep seeing you getting? Every time I turn on like Facebook or something, I'm seeing you getting awards. Why are you getting so many awards?
Well, Pinnacle Estate Properties, where I work, I've been there for, I would say about 18 years. I don't know if the Encino office has been open that long, but I've been there since they've been open.
Wow.
And they motivate their agents by honoring them when they have over $1 million in sales a month or multiple sales per month. So every time I have multiple sales, multiple listings, or sales over $1 million, I get an award, which is great because it's good to be able to post on my social media for my buyers and sellers or family and friends to see that I actually work. That I leave the house.
I'm actually earning something.
Yeah. And so that's one of the benefits of working where I work.
That's good. That's a good model to have inside the company to promote and, show people they're appreciated.
Yes.
It's very incentivizing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really a fan of that. I think that's cool. And any business owner does that because a lot of them don't.
Yeah. A lot of them don't. And I love where I work.
Yeah. Is it you guys have a lot of realtors there, like a swarm of them or just a small amount?
I don't know how many agents we have, but I believe now we have. Sorry,
how many do you
I'm
know?
Wrong. I think we have 7 to 9 offices. We just opened a new one in Porter Ranch.
Oh, okay. So the one office you're in, I mean, how many people are in there?
I'm not sure actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
there's a lot. All right.
Yeah, there are a lot of agents.
Yeah, Pinnacle's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. So I got a lot of questions for you today, and this is going to be regarding sellers.
I have them.
Usually I'm talking about buyers. Today we're going to talk about sellers, and I'm kind of piggybacking this episode on the one I did recently with Working RE Magazine. They just did a little article on dealing with a slowing market. And that's going to affect everybody. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect me. It's going to affect appraisers. It's going to affect anybody else involved. Termite guys, all the inspectors, we're all going to get affected. So it was kind of talking about how to deal with it, So this brings up the point of pre-listing inspections and the importance of them. I've been pushing pre-listing inspections for years. Most people don't move forward with that. And the past couple of years, I get it because it's been a crazy seller's market. And it's been like nobody wants to do an inspection. They just want the house. Everybody was in a frenzy.
Right. I mean, during that seller's market, when you have as many buyers that we've had with such little inventory, they're more willing to not ask for anything. So it doesn't matter what condition the property's in, whether it's a fixer, whether it's set up and ready to go, whether it needs a new roof or a new panel or all the things. People just wanted to get into a house.
I know. Do you have any idea why that was? To me, it's still mind blowing. I'm thinking like, did they have to move to this street? Was there in-laws living next door? I mean, what was the reason for the scramble? It was nuts. It was crazy.
It was crazy. I think the lack of inventory with low interest rates, with a combination of low interest rates, I think people were just like, let's take advantage of the market now. And
you nailed it with the low interest rate. I think that was the main driver behind that craziness.
I don't know if buyers were afraid that they would never get into a house. I mean, we've had this threat looming over us of interest rates rising for 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and now we're seeing the interest rates shoot up in a way that, only our parents saw, right?
Right.
So, or my parents when I was growing up. But, and even me, when I bought my first house, I had a 12% interest rate. So yeah, it was,
holy shit.
It was intense.
I didn't know it went that high. 12%.
Look, I mean,
Well, did you have bad credit or something?
I was young. I had bad credit. I fixed it over time, but you know, and the interest rates were still already high.
But you got what you wanted.
I did.
You got in, you dealt with it. You're probably making good money. So it was like, okay, no worries.
Right.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So now now that we're at like 7% on the interest rate.
7.6.
Oh, it went that high?
Yeah.
Ooh, that was only like a week ago. It was 7%.
I mean, look, there are so many programs right now where you can
like this.
buy down the interest rate for either the 30-year fixed or a temporary time frame. They have the 2-1 and the 3-1 buy down right now, where you can buy the rate down to even the 3-1 buy down that I have a lender that provides. You can buy the rate down to 3.6%, but it's temporary. So it's you have to be, if you're going to do that, you have to know the risks that you're taking. Because if the market changes in 3 years and you can't refi, and the market does drop, you'll see a rise in foreclosures again. The market will drop.
Right. Yeah. You can't.
So you have to educate your clients.
Yeah. You can't get into a loan that you can't refinance.
Right.
Don't sign that loan.
Yeah.
That's a bad one. That's a really bad one.
I mean, if somebody has a substantial income and it's, you're working in a field that's not going to drop out from under you, and the risks and you're educated, that's one thing. But, to sell it to a client that is it doesn't really know anything about buying.
Right. Which is most home buyers.
Right.
Yeah.
I try and educate my clients as best as possible, but most of the time they only remember what's happening during the process.
Right.
And then everything just, goes away.
Right.
Doesn't go away for us.
Right.
It goes away for them.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah, that's how it is, man. The high interest rates also come with another problem, and that is you may have qualified for $800,000, and then the rate just goes up a week later before you find that house, and all of a sudden you're out. You can't even qualify anymore unless you go down on price.
I'm dealing with that right now with buyers, my buyers.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's how can I word that? It's kind of like a cluster something.
Are we not allowed to? We're not allowed to swear on here, are we?
We
have to.
Oh yeah, it's clusterfuck.
Okay, we have to remain professional.
It's a clusterfuck, folks. So hang on tight. It's gonna get
Anybody
crazy.
who knows me knows that my favorite word is the F word, but I'm going to stay tame today. I use it often.
You can use it as much as it falls out of your mouth. How's that sound?
Thank you.
All right. So, congrats on all your awards, by the way. I just wanted to bring that up because I'm like, I don't see too many other realtors as many awards as you get. You get rewarded a lot. That's
Thank
good.
you. I do. And I'm grateful to be able to work with people who do.
Right. And if somebody listening wants to hire you as their realtor, how would they find you?
They can find me on my website, staceyfranklinrealestate.com.
Okay.
Or you can find me on Instagram and message me. I am at staceyfranklin_real estate. And that's the handle.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a social media expert.
Stacey is Stacey, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because sometimes other girls spell it differently.
I know. And they spell it wrong.
Probably intentionally.
Except for my best friend.
Because their parents were
Stacey,
smoking weed when they decided that.
Yeah, she was Staci, and so I'll totally, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So have you been in this position before in a slowing market as a realtor? Have you actually experienced it in the past?
I have. I was actually licensed and working during the last crash in
2008?
Yeah, 2008.
Yep.
And that was a rough time. I was pretty new in real estate and I was young. I didn't know anything.
Right.
I thought I knew everything. I didn't know anything. And, and I had a very slow career after that for, I think, a few years. And it took me a long time to bounce back because I didn't know much and I wasn't educated.
Right.
And so I've been through it, and it wasn't easy.
Right. So how do you find clients? How do you find listings?
So I've been a referral-based business for almost 20 years. The only marketing I do are to friends, family, and past clients. I do open houses for other people. I do open houses for myself. And that's how I obtain business. I'm also I make friends easy. So, I go to the gym. I go out a lot, and I just meet people. I don't ever try and push my business on anybody, including people who come in to open houses. I let,
Sure.
I allow for things to happen naturally.
That's a show of confidence on your end. That's good.
Yeah. I mean,
you're not desperate.
I'm not desperate, and I also don't have the
shows.
bandwidth that some other agents have to be able to do that mass marketing and have 60 clients a month. I just don't have the bandwidth for that. I like to pay special attention to the people that I'm working with, and anybody that I've worked with can tell you that that I spend a lot of time with them, and most of the time, if I'm not overwhelmed or overloaded, they feel like they're the only one that I'm working with.
That's good. That's good. Well, that's good to hear. So yeah, like I'm the same way. I'm not a good salesman. I tell people that all the time. They'll call me like, "Well, sir, your price is a little bit higher than this guy." Well, okay. And what do you want me to do with that? Well,
Right.
you're not going to try to offer me. No. You asked me what I offer. I told you, and now you're trying to compare me to someone I don't know. So that means nothing to me. This is what I can do for you. I'm not here to offer discounts just because you asked.
Right.
I'm just not a good salesman. I lose probably a lot of jobs because of that, but I just don't care. That's just how I am. It's like someone else will call.
Right. And I'm about my thing is that the chemistry and the energy has to be there, and the connection between me and my client, because if there's no connection there and we have a lack of communication, that's when things kind of get hairy. And I don't like to work that way. I don't like to work that way because it's draining and it's hard. And I don't have an assistant to take over and say, and fill in when I feel like I don't want to deal with that person anymore. So I like to work in a way where I want to deal with the person no matter how hard it gets and get them to the end.
Have you ever had to kick a client loose?
I have. I have a few
I
times.
have too. Yeah.
And I've had clients kick me loose because that's just not there. And I'm like, good luck.
It's probably better.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah,
No, I am not made to work with everybody, and not everybody is made to work with me. So, there's an agent for everyone. And when you come from a place of lack, the abundance isn't there.